Hi everyone, this is Chef Mark. I'm back in the laboratory and today we're doing something a little different. I've been getting some questions more and more frequently asking, where did I come from? Who am I? What's my sitch? Well, I'm going to tell you about it. Uh, 5'10", 210 pounds, 48 years old, balding, brown eyes, brown hair. Been cooking for a long time. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and I spent a lot of time on the Eastern Seaboard. I went to culinary school in Pittsburgh. That was back in 94 and 1995. And if you do the math, that means I've been cooking for over 30 years. I worked and lived in New York City for 5 years before returning back to my hometown of Cleveland. That's where I really got my chops as an executive chef. I worked in hotels, country clubs. Then I moved to Denver about 15 years ago. And 10 years ago, I started teaching cooking full time. And I've been working at an appliance factory for the last 6 years. And I just love it. My family and I live just a few minutes from here, along with our dog and 2 cats, and you can catch up with them on Instagram at Chef with Dogs. That's a great question. Rest in peace, Anthony Bourdain, and how he really inspired me was his book, Kitchen Confidential. I was burnt out on cooking, and I read that book, and it really energized me to get back in the kitchen. My next kitchen job was a sous chef job, and a few years after that, I took over my first kitchen as an executive chef. So he really inspires me. If you haven't read every one of his books, get to the library and start right now. Well, the big part of my job is cooking classes for Appliance Factory Fine Line's VIP customers. So if they purchase a qualifying appliance package, the customers get me for free for one night. We do a hands-on cooking class and dinner party, and that keeps me pretty busy. I do 2 or 3 of those a week. I also do a lot of showroom events for our vendor partners, the people who help specify our appliances, and we do those in our showrooms. Between those 2 things and social media, some television appearances, along with Colorado's Best Kitchens magazine, keeps me pretty busy. You know, I have a few. I would say that I specialize in food education, but I'm really well known for my goat cheese fondue, my New York strip steak with marsala mushrooms, and a chocolate truffle tart. The best thing about all 3 of those is they're all in 5 ingredients or less. Well, that's pretty easy. Just swing by Appliance Factory Fine Lines, purchase a qualifying kitchen, and I come with the kitchen. I'm exclusive with them. I don't know if it's one dish in particular, but I am not a baker. I don't have the patience to measure very carefully, and I find that when I bake, it's really inconsistent. So I'm more of a savory guy, but oddly enough, when I worked at the culinary school in Boulder, the Escoffier School, I was in charge of teaching pastry arts, and I would rely on the creativity of my students to make me look good. So thanks guys, appreciate it. Well, thanks for tuning in to this Q&A about me, Chef Mark, and as always, I look forward to seeing you next time in the laboratory.